Welcome back to the Pent Up Angler down here in South Louisiana. We just had a giant snowstorm and I'm hoping I can find those fish in a deep hole. You can see some right there and you'll know that I did. I hope you'll come along for the ride. Enjoy a great day of fishing with a lot of tips, a lot of thoughts to how I went about catching them. And there's a new friend. Boy, that thing sure got comfortable in the kayak right away. We're gonna eat healthy. We're gonna have a great day out there. Nice little sparkle beetle. I'll tell you more about that. Let's go looking for them. All right, finally. Man, it has taken a while. This thing gave it a decent thump. That's a pretty looking fish. There we go. Got a little orange on him. Come on. Come on. There we go. Had to get the gloves out. Sun went away. Wind picked up. Crazy. Frisky, frisky. That's a good one. All right. Thank you, buddy. There are so many details I want to share in this video without making it too long. First is that it's after our coldest weather of the year and really some record snowfall. The air temps right now are about 30 degrees. The water temperature is close to 40, very, very low and cold. So the object is to get into some deeper water, hopefully some non-moving deeper water, and see if you can't find those fish very much at the bottom. I'm dropping this jig down into about a 12-foot hole, and I've got to wait after every cast. I've got to count it down and make sure that jig hits the bottom. The second part is that it's extremely slow fishing. You can see how slowly I'm moving that jig. I'm just basically trying to drag it along the bottom a little bit and then let it sit. You'll notice if you watch closely on the hook sets, it's almost always when the jig is still. When I've got a little slack in the line, I can still feel the lure, but it's when the jig is still. They don't want to hit it when it's moving, when it's this cold. Nice. Right near the bow. Yep. Through the lure. That's a beauty. 3 good trout. Ooh, that was another one. Son of a biscuit. They're loving this sparkle beetle. Another critical detail that I reinforced throughout this day, when it's this cold, water temperatures again in the low 40s, the fish are so lethargic and the bait is very lethargic. So they don't want anything that's moving fast, and they also don't want a very big bait. They don't tend to go for that. So I downsized. My typical 3-inch paddle tails were not working. I went to an old school sparkle beetle. Instead of 3.5 inches, this thing's about 2 inches. I was using a chartreuse with a red dot and some silver flake. And man, did it work. My buddy had caught some good trout in this area just the day before, and I had caught some redfish. So I kind of knew I could find them if I was patient and slow enough. There we go. That's going to be another good trout. This might be the better one of the day. Get up. Yep. Get up. All right. Four good trout. This one's barely going to make it. Yep, 14 inches. Let's keep going. All right. Believe it or not, the lure of the day now is this little sparkle beetle. I think they definitely want a smaller lure and a little more finesse, less tail. This thing is working great with some Procure on it. So that's a good look at the sparkle beetle. Again, a small little lure that came in very handy. And you see the white tube on the side pocket of my kayak. That's Procure. That's a smelly substance that I rub on those lures. Very important in the winter. But an interesting story about this sparkle beetle, that lure is probably over 45 years old. Came out of an old tackle box I was cleaning up. Maybe I used it as a kid when I was doing some beetle spin fishing. It certainly worked well on this day and will get more use in the future, that's for sure. There we go, one-hander. Same spot, man. I gotta mark this. This is a good one. Nah, not real big, but I think he'll make it. They're all over 14 inches. Good ones. And now, for the sake of your time, this is a long video. I'm going to speed up some of these clips and use a little music. You'll get the gist of what's going on. It's on repeat here. You can keep track of how many I'm catching, one after the other. And now back to regular speed, and this angle that I'm about to show you will give you a much better idea of how that retrieve is working and kind of the method of it. And you'll see how I kind of really try to take it easy at the end there on the backswing of it and let that lure sit for a second. The key though is when you do that, you don't want too much slack in your line. You still want to be able to feel the lure and feel the bite and then be able to catch up to that fish quickly. You'll see that I'm about to catch a monster. Oh, that's a better one. Oh, I think that's a red. Oh, God. If this is a trout, it's a monster, but it's bobbing its head like a red coming at me. Man, it's fun when you can catch both. I've even caught flounder back in here. Yep, this is a good redfish. Oh, big old beauty. Believe it or not, I cut out over a minute of this fight. I wore this thing out and finally dragged him into the net. That's ridiculous. Monster of a fish. Whoo. Oh yeah. Way too big. 32 inches or so. Let him go. Can't keep him above 27. Come on, buddy. There we go. He's ready. Beauty. Woo. Huge redfish, every bit of 32 inches. Glad to release that one safely. And unfortunately, it messed up the trout bite for a while, but we're going to get back on him. Slick up here. Let's go. I don't normally fish slicks, but this one's very obvious. I think that's a redfish. That is a big slick. Heavy trout. Go. I don't know if that has to do with that slick or not, but that's a good trout. Come on. Oh, man. Barely ticked it. Ouch. Barely ticked it. Let's get another one real quick. That's 8. Beautiful. So another very interesting detail, a slick. That's when fish are feeding and they regurgitate. They tend to throw up a lot of what they eat, and the oil from the bait fish comes up to the surface and creates a slick. And that tells you usually there's feeding fish, and you can see right where they are. That worked out real well. Anyhow, a couple more catches here. I'm upwards of 9 trout, and then all of a sudden, another big redfish. Enjoy this fast speed clip. Now back to some more good trout, big ones. We'll try to speed through this a little bit. There we go. Come on. Get up. That's it, big trout. Come on. Boom. You can And see how those trout are different than the redfish. They come straight up to that surface, even in deep cold water, and they shake that head trying to get rid of that lure. So much fun action.
10. God. He came back and got it. Oh. All right. Handshake. That's a big one. That's a big one. Come on.
These trout were averaging about 16 inches. Not bad. And some big ones to boot.
Got it. Thank you, buddy. That's number 11.
And now let's go for a long stretch of some fast speed footage. You'll still be able to follow the action, hopefully pick up a few tips, see the techniques, and see a boatload of fish coming in. It was one after the other. Had to be patient, but man, one after the other. Lots of fish caught on the day. Let's go. Well, you'll see I'm releasing the trout now. We got our limit of 15. I don't normally keep that many, but I'm gonna be feeding a lot of friends and family. So all of these get to go back. And I'm adding a little Procure here. You can see me applying it to the jig, and you'll see that it works quite well.
There we go. That's 2 bites on 1 cast, finally. This one's a little bigger. Oh yeah. Come on. Beauty. 18 in the boat. Thank you, buddy. Oh, that one gave me a lot of time. Feels good. Oh yeah, plenty good. Get up in here. Fatty. Whew. 23. Thank you. That was a good hit. Oh, that's going to be a big trout. Come on. Maybe it's a red. Nope, it's a red. Not bad. There we go. that's a good one. Beautiful head shaker. Get up in here. Ah, 24, and I've missed several, as you always will with these trout. That's beautiful.
And now, after a day of catching and a lot of peace and quiet, finally a phone call. I enjoy talking to my buddies when I'm out there, and this one's going to end up being a good luck phone call. Enjoy this footage. Big trout coming, let's hope.
Buddy, y'all still fishing?
Man, I am insane. I am still fishing. Oh, it's been good. It's been good, but winter fishing is always tedious. You have to work it real slow. But first cast at 8:30, and I'm still going. I'm about to wrap it up. I got at least 25 trout, and here's another one. As we speak, this is going to be a redfish. It is just perfect. You can work the whole thing over and over again. You figure out kind of where they are. It's a pretty decent redfish right here. This is like number 9, I think, on redfish, and I caught at least 25 trout. Yeah. Actually, holy cow, this is a trout. Yep, this is a big trout. I gotta get him in the net to get some pictures. There he is. Holy cow, Harry, you're good luck. Biggest trout of the day by far. Oh yeah, real slow. And man, the lure of the day, and I'm gonna make a video with it, is the old sparkle beetle that the old timers use. Little sparkle beetle. Unbelievable. This is a beautiful trout right here. Talking to my buddy Harry. He brought me some good luck. Look at the size of that trout. Let's get a length on him, Harry.
So, hey, dog, send me some pictures, man, and listen. Y'all keep fishing. But, so you in a boat or you in your kayak?
I'm in my kayak, and this thing, every bit of 20 inches. Big old fatty.
Golly, Molly.
Boom.
Great. Anybody else fishing?
Today, I'm by myself. Man, we're going to take a picture of this beauty as we're talking, Harry.
Good deal.
All right, I'm going to release this on camera here real quick. Hang on.
Okay. You're not releasing that fish.
Oh yeah, I got all my keepers, and I don't like to keep these big ones like this. This is a big 20-incher.
Golly, Molly.
Here's a beautiful fish, 20-incher. That's number 26, 27 on the day. Gonna let him go nice and careful. Oh yeah, there he goes. Woo!
Just an awesome day of fishing. I caught a couple more nice trout before heading in and calling it a day. Some really beautiful trout there, especially at the end, and a couple of nice huge redfish to go along with it. I couldn't include everything in this video. There were so many clips and so much footage, but I surely hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. And a little bonus footage here at the end at the boat launch. We got to think of a name for my new friend.
Well, we got a new buddy here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yep, and he wants those fish. Boom. Yep, he's enjoying me, smelling like a big fish. Talk about a kayak full of fish. That is beautiful. Whoa, man, caught about 27 trout total. Got 15 good keepers. At least 8 reds, kept 2 nice ones. Got a new friend. So cool.